Hello, I'm Juan Davies, Chief Creative Officer at KCET and PBS SoCal, and we're partnering with the newsroom of KPCC and LAist on a daily reporter roundup. Let's start today with you, Libby. The election is around the corner. What do voters need to know?
You're probably seeing more political ads on TV and online. That flurry of campaign mailers is just starting. Things are really about to kick into high gear. We are less than 2 weeks from ballots being mailed to every registered active voter in California. That's over 20 million people. October 5th marks the beginning of election month in this state. Right now, the best thing that you can do to be ready is to check your voter registration online. Make sure that your county has your updated address. And if you don't see your ballot arriving by about the first 10 days of October or October 12th or so, that's a week after the first ballots begin to be mailed. Check with your county register. Make sure that you are getting that ballot in the mail. Now, October 19th is the last day to register online to vote in California, but you can go in person and register up to and including Election Day. So don't worry if you miss that deadline. In-person options for voting will start opening in Los Angeles and Orange counties on October 24th. If you choose to vote in person, go early, avoid any lines.
And just as this pandemic is changing the election season, it is, of course, taking a big toll on the Los Angeles economy, especially tourism. Disney is making plans to reopen safely, and Mike's been covering that.
Yeah, so Disney officials held a news conference today calling on the governor to let them reopen their Southern California theme parks. So far, Governor Newsom has yet to provide guidelines at all for how they can reopen. No matter what reopening tier your county is in, the state hasn't outlined what theme parks need to do in order to be able to open their gates. Disney officials emphasize the economic impact that closing Disneyland and California Adventure has had on the community, with tens of thousands of jobs relying on Disney in Orange County. But company officials outlined how they're preparing to open back up, even without any official guidelines provided yet. They've started to install physical distancing signs, plexiglass shields, hand washing stations. And they also noted that since Disney World reopened its gates in Florida, coronavirus cases in Central Florida have actually decreased.
Fewer tourists also mean there are fewer people staying in Los Angeles and Southern California area hotels. Monica produced a segment today on the dark outlook for high-end hotels here.
Yeah, the Lux Rodeo Drive Hotel in Beverly Hills is the first high-end hotel in the LA area to close because of the financial impact of the coronavirus pandemic. I talked to Bill Allen. He's the CEO of the LA County Economic Development Corporation. He says that the steep decline in international tourism and business travel means that many hotels are having trouble making enough revenue to cover their costs. And any hotels that received PPP loans have likely already exhausted those funds. Allen says there were once over 50,000 hotel jobs in LA County. There are now only about 27,000 jobs. And when hotels are hurting, city governments are too. That's because hotel bed taxes are a significant source of income for many cities in LA County, and room occupancy is way down.
And finally today, some schools in Orange County have permission to welcome students back for in-person learning. Carla's been covering that.
Yeah, that's right. Since Orange County's case and test positivity rates have put it in the state's second most restrictive tier for more than 2 weeks, any schools and districts don't have to apply for any specific permission to reopen anymore. They can reopen if they make the plans to do so. That being said, county health officials say any schools that do reopen still have to follow safety guidelines like physical distancing and face coverings for teachers and staff and students in third grade and older. Here's the thing, though. The county health officer, Clayton Chow, says the healthcare agency just doesn't have the capacity to go and visit schools and make sure that they're actually complying with these requirements. So he says it's up to parents and the public to let them know if a school or a district is promising one thing, but actually doing another thing. And there's been some pushback, too, from teachers and parents in some districts that are scheduled to open back up again in the next week or so.
Thank you, Carla, and thank you all at the KPCC and LAist newsroom. And thank you for tuning in. Take care of your health, your neighbor, your family, and we will see you tomorrow.